Hi, my name is Farabi. I'm from Indonesia, and I'll be presenting one of the video projects I've been working on throughout my time here in TGS. And I've been an editor for 3 years, and I've always been curious as to how I could share my creations with everyone. And luckily, in this school, it's always been very open for me to share my creations with a lot of people, which I'm very thankful for. And as a result of this, the editing skills I've learned from self-teaching myself for 3 years is no longer very dormant. So I'd like to thank my school for that. But without further ado, please enjoy my video.
Hey there, I'm Farabi. I was born in Indonesia. During my time here in Japan, with all the other students, I've experienced many different things and continue to be baffled by the country as a whole. Japan is home to many great wonders, ranging from the beautiful torii gates to the raw simplicity of the nature. Japan has an essence that no other country can replicate. After having stayed in Hiroshima for 6 weeks, we have come to realize that Japan has its own vibe. Just by walking around Hiroshima, we have been able to immerse ourselves in a culture that is truly unique to the core. However, after walking down Hondori Street for the 100th time, I have come to realize that one thing that stood out to me, and possibly to others, is the power of art and entertainment. Within the society of Japan, entertainment and art is a factor of the culture that has been spread across all. It is something that you will see in every corner of Japan, and missing out on them is practically an impossible task. Art and entertainment in Japan always seem to find a way to get your attention, whether it's through vivid colors or amazing imagery. One of the most popular forms of entertainment in Japan are animated TV shows and Japanese comics, also known as animes and mangas. Anime started as far back as 1917, but it wasn't the same as what it is like today. On the other hand, manga was created in 1947, much later than anime. Anime and manga have become very popular today and is continuing to grow to other countries too. Because of its popularity, illustration studios have begun making their own adaptations of them, ranging from horror, action, comedy, and the romance genre. The number of animes and mangas available for the public to view has been skyrocketing over the past few years. As previously mentioned in the video, I was born in Java in Indonesia and grew up in Jakarta. In this video, I will be talking about how anime and manga have manifested themselves in Indonesia in comparison to Japan, the country they originated from. After living in Jakarta for over 10 years, I have come to realize that anime has definitely made its way into the Indonesian TVs and streaming websites. Along with this, reading mangas have also become easier to read online due to the thousands of websites that serve as a platform for manga readers to use. Because of the easy accessibility, the community of anime and manga fans continues to grow after each new season. As the rise continues, more people are getting hooked to animes and mangas. So, what happens? Because of their growth in popularity, animes and mangas have begun to weave into Indonesian entertainment shops. How? Well, first, let's take a look at one variable: location. Location is very important for the growth of anime and manga, and they differ in both Indonesia and Japan. In Japan, anime and manga shops can be found in many places. For example, on Hondori Road, there are 4 main anime and manga themed stores scattered around. The distance between each of them are very fair. They are far enough to attract each side of Hondori, but close enough for people that are already inside of Hondori to navigate between them. As for the shops themselves, some shops are extremely huge and stand strongly among the other shops. These shops are embraced well within the culture of Japan and are not hidden. However, it isn't the same in Indonesia. In Indonesia, anime and manga shops are only most commonly found in one specific place, and that's shopping malls. Although it may seem bizarre at a first glance, there is a very appropriate reason behind this. Anime and manga haven't been completely accepted by the society of Indonesia. Most shops are sheltered inside small shopping malls because they cannot support themselves well enough in larger settings. However, shop owners have thought about this. To fix this problem, anime and manga shop owners will set their stores inside shopping malls. The reason for this is because when school students are finished with school, shopping malls are the first destination they head to. After school ends, students reach out for entertainment to shift their heads away from school to something more interactive. But why school students? Well, the answer to that is quite simple. Most avid anime watchers range between the age of 15 to 18. This graph also shows people at the age of 20, 25, and over. Because anime and manga shop owners know that typical high school students are anime fans and manga fans, they will lay their stores in a place where there are students everywhere. The influence of animes and mangas within the two countries is also quite interesting. Let's take a look at Japan first. Anime and mangas are very much mainstream. Part of the reason why Japanese people have such an emotional attachment to animes and mangas is because most kids grew up reading and watching animes and mangas. Ever since they were a kid, they were exposed to animated TV series and many Japanese comics. As odd as it may seem, I also grew up watching anime when I was a kid. Even though they aren't as occasionally played on television as they are in Japan, there were enough merchandise and toys for me to fall in love with them. My mom and dad would often buy me a DVD of the latest Naruto movie, and ever since then, my attachment towards anime has kind of rolled itself. I would like you guys to think of a movie that you loved when you were a kid. Any movie. Anything. Now think about why you like it. Do you like it because it acts as an early memory to when you were a kid? Do you love the movie because it's something that you can look back to? Or did you genuinely enjoy the movie to the core? Whatever it is, one thing for sure is that some TV shows and movies can make us feel weirdly warm inside. The influence itself is also quite strong within the community that I live in. There was enough influence of animes and mangas to spread to my other school friends too. Growing up, I had many classmates who read similar mangas to me, and some of my closest friends are also avid fans. To this day, anime and mangas continue to grow. It isn't uncommon for people in Jakarta to arrange a hangout spot inside an anime entertainment shop. It also is quite occasional that people will sit down and read a manga after a hard day of school. And it certainly isn't rare for me and my friends to mess around in an anime store after watching a movie in the mall. Animes and mangas are slowly but surely getting its name in the culture of Indonesia. And who knows, maybe it will leap towards your country too. At the end of the day, whether you're a dedicated fan or not, try to pick up a book or watch an episode of a new anime show that recently came out. You might even like it and stay for a little longer, but you won't know unless you give it a shot.